Everyone, it is 6 o'clock here on your Wednesday morning. Jason and Alicia here with you.
Good morning.
As we start sunrise here.
Yes, MEA break for a lot of folks already kicking off today. So let's get right to meteorologist John Ziegler with what their day's shaping up to be.
I had to take out the school bus forecast, so it's just the adults today. 10 to 20 degrees warmer right now. I don't know if it changes your wardrobe this morning, but it is way warmer. 50s out there, and you're going to notice it. I think I'm getting ready and used to like warming up the car. I don't really know if you need to do that today. 50s, 53 in EP, 54 in Blaine. You go up to Princeton, 52 degrees. It was 30 yesterday in Princeton. Now we're at 52. We're talking about a 22-degree temperature change from 24 hours ago. It's amazing what cloud cover can do. So we're all pretty warm. There's the clouds rolling in. Looks like we're going to swing through this area of showers. You can see it in Marshall and Wilmer. That is all going to trek across the Twin Cities. So if you're waking up right now, this is the first thing you do, and you leave at 7:30 or 8, that band of rain will be rolling through. We'll track that out in your next forecast.
Thank you, John. We still have that traffic alert in the Shakopee area. This is 169 northbound. You can see they're trying to tow this vehicle right here, and that is blocking the entire right-hand lane. They already had some narrower lanes along that stretch of 169 northbound. Look at the backup this is causing. Just blurry images right there, but you can see the brake lights. I'm going to try and give you another view here as well. This is the stretch of 169 right before you hit the Bloomington Ferry Bridge. There we go. Northbound lanes. Long backup. So again, 169 northbound through Shakopee. Expect delays right now, Jason.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, we're following breaking news within the last 30 minutes.
President Biden just spoke after finishing a high-stakes meeting with the Prime Minister of Israel. The president arrived in Tel Aviv at around 3 o'clock this morning. Megan, you've been tracking this and have the latest from the live desk.
That's right. So we just got this video in. The president meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Now, Biden is walking a fine line. He's trying to show support for Israel while trying to stop the war with Hamas from escalating. So here's President Biden speaking within the last hour.
And Americans are worried. Americans are worried because you know this is not an easy field to navigate. And we have to also bear in mind that Hamas does not represent all the Palestinian people, and it has brought them only suffering.
This is also new video of airstrikes in Gaza. You can see smoke there above the buildings. And this comes as a hospital in Gaza was bombed less than 24 hours ago as it was treating wounded Palestinians. 500 people there were killed, and both Israel and Hamas are denying launching that rocket. The bombing led to protests just hours ago outside the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon. We also have a live picture right now from Gaza, where from this angle it does appear things have settled down, at least for now. The president will now meet with Palestinian leaders later today before returning to the U.S. And I'll have an update on this breaking situation in about 30 minutes.
Megan, thank you. Hours ago, also in Tel Aviv, scary moments on the tarmac for Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz. He was forced to evacuate a plane as air raid sirens were blaring.
Oh,
you can really just feel the panic as everyone starts to run there. You can see the entire crew taking cover on the tarmac. They were able to get back on the plane and take off minutes later. Scholz was in Israel to show support and solidarity with the country. Not morning long, Megan will be following the latest developments, and of course we will be too out of the Middle East. And coming up after sunrise on today, Savannah and Lester will have new details on President Biden's visit to the war zone.
6:04 on the clock, and back here at home, we're tracking more chaos on Capitol Hill this morning as we take a live look over Washington, D.C. In 4 hours, the House will vote again on the next Speaker of the House. This comes about 12 hours after the GOP's nominee, Ohio Representative Jim Jordan, fell short by 20 votes. Jordan is now working behind the scenes to win over those skeptical moderates. Despite the setback, Jordan says he's not giving up.
So we get a speaker. We got to have a speaker, and it can't be some deal with the Democrats. I mean, American people don't want that.
We're learning this morning several House members are asking for former Speaker Kevin McCarthy to return to the position.
As you're heading home from work today, the family of Ricky Cobb II will be in downtown Minneapolis calling for charges to be filed against the state troopers involved in his death. Cobb was shot and killed in July during a traffic stop on 94 in Minneapolis. It happened after State Patrol pulled him over for a broken taillight and found out he had an order of protection violation. The case is now in the hands of the Hennepin County attorney, who is deciding whether charges should be filed. Cobb's family and others will rally outside the government center at around 5 o'clock tonight. Attorneys for Mayan Burrell are now challenging the August traffic stop that led to a police officer finding a gun in his car. If convicted, he would go back to prison for 5 years. Burrell was released from prison in 2020 after Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison commuted his life sentence for first-degree murder. His attorneys say police didn't have a valid reason to pull him over or search his car.
In about 2 hours, members from other unions in Minnesota will join the picket line with striking UAW workers at the Stellantis plant in Plymouth. This is video of the last rally outside the parts distribution plant. Workers at the Plymouth facility have been picketing for the past 4 weeks. The union right now is fighting for more money and better benefits. This comes as a new poll from SSRS shows 1 in 3 Americans side with union members.
It'll be at least 2 more weeks before there's any movement on a permanent home for the Minneapolis Police Department's 3rd precinct. City council members say they need more time and information on Mayor Frye's proposal before they can move forward. He's proposing the 3rd precinct to be built at 26 and Minnehaha, and he wants to make the area a community safety center. The council is asking the mayor to present his vision on October 31st. The original 3rd precinct burned down during the riots after George Floyd's murder in 2020.
We have an update right now on the future of several storefronts that have sat empty for years along 494 in Bloomington. Here's John Croman.
When shoppers moved away from brick and mortar stores, it left behind a lot of vacant, brick and mortar buildings. Such is the case here at the Southtown Center along 494 in Bloomington, where the Herberger's department store and Toys R Us have sat vacant for years in a sea of asphalt. Well, the Bloomington City Council has now declared these buildings to be structurally substandard. Now, that doesn't mean they're about to fall down. It's just the first legal step they've got to take in order to create a redevelopment district here.
At 6:07 here on your Wednesday, if your family is going on an early jump start for the MEA weekend, listen to this. Officials at MSP Airport tell us today and tomorrow are expected to be the busiest days at the airport, with up to 46,000 people checking in. If you're driving to the airport, you can pre-book parking online. And if you're flying out of Terminal 2, you can actually reserve a spot in the security line during certain times. If you're looking to visit our neighbors to the north, Minnesota-based Sun Country is adding flights to Montreal and Toronto, Canada, starting next summer. The flights are among 10 new destinations announced by the airline. Other locations include Billings and Missoula, Montana, Syracuse, New York, and Washington, D.C.
6:08.